Hey Fantastic You, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome, glad to have you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can be friends. Today I'm going to show you how to put together this spinning card that I've created in Design Space. So you can track it down by going into Projects. Under the Community tab, you'd want to search for Spinning Birthday Card, or you can look for my profile, Seatone Creations, and all the projects I've done are available there. Now this card is very versatile. You could create any type of card for any occasion just by switching out the text and the cats. So I'm going to get this cut out and we'll put it together. Here are the main things you'll need to make this card. I cut it out on 65-pound cardstock. I have a very low adhesive tape. This is actually for delicate surfaces. If you don't have tape like this, regular tape, tear it off, press it against your shirt or your pants to reduce the tackiness, and then that should work. I've got my beads. These beads lengthwise are approximately just under 4 millimeters or about 0.15 of an inch for my American friends. You don't want anything longer. You could go a little shorter. I've got some wire. This is jewelry wire. It is 28 gauge and you can find this in the jewelry making department of your local craft store. I've got wire cutters and pliers. I found these at my local dollar store. I've got a very strong adhesive. This is E6000. Any strong adhesive will work. I've got double-sided tape to put the card together, and then I'm actually going to use my Cricut weeding tool, and this is to transfer the glue. So you'll see that coming up. But let's get on to the first step of this card. Okay, first step is cutting our wire. So I'm going to cut just a little longer than the length of the insert, and that just gives you kind of some room to work. Now we have to straighten the wire, and we want the wire as straight as possible. So this is where the pliers come in. You just hold on to the bottom, and you can do this with your fingers if you have like an old piece of cloth or paper towel, and you're just gonna pinch the wire and pull it through your fingers. So it's most important to get it straight at the center. The ends can be a little off, but the center is where the main spinny part of the card is. So if it's slightly crooked, it will not spin properly. Move your fingers around to get pressure on the wire in different directions. So I'm going to finish straightening this and then we'll go on to the next step. Here is my wire straightened. It's obviously not 100% straight, but you don't want any obvious bends or kinks in it. So you're going to take your rectangle piece of cardstock with the 3 holes in it, and you're going to start off at an end hole. Pop the wire through, flip it over. The middle hole, you're going to pop the wire through again. Try your best not to bend the wire as you're doing this. If it bends, it bends. You can fix it after. And then the last hole sometimes is the hardest one. There we go. So there, move your piece of cardstock to the middle. And then the next thing you're going to do is you want to make sure this piece of cardstock will spin. So hold on to both ends of the wire and just start moving it around. If you find that you go to move it and it kind of flips to a position, you need to straighten out your wire. So you can do that by moving the cardstock down a bit. Just kind of like that. And just keep doing that until the cardstock spins and you're happy with the spinning. We need to attach our white pieces to our white piece that the wire is threaded through. So I've already attached one piece, so we'll do the other one. You can see that I've taped down the wire, just makes it easier. So I'm going to use double-sided tape. I do recommend this so you can see exactly where you're putting your adhesive, because you do not want to put any adhesive on the wire. If you do, this part will not spin. Okay, I've added a bead to the top and the bottom of the wire. This is your last chance to straighten out the wire, so if it's still crooked on your end, pause the video, straighten it out, and then come back. But what we're going to do is we want to line up the beads so they sit between the white piece and the blue piece. This blue piece has nothing on it. This goes on the inside of the front of the card. So pop your beads in there so they're butted up against the white part, and then just move your blue part so everything is even. Okay, once you have it where you want it, grab some of your low adhesive tape, and you can tape it down, and then that will hold your pieces together. And then you can also double check at this point if it's where you want it to be. I'm happy with it. So now I'm going to just press down on the wire and tape the wire down at the top and the bottom. Okay, I've put some of my heavy duty glue, the E6000, just on a scrap piece of paper, and I'm just going to use my weeding tool, and I'm going to pick up some of the glue, and then I'm going to kind of press down and put the glue onto the wire and either side of the wire. You don't want too much glue, but obviously enough to keep that there. Grab some more glue. And I'm gonna do the bottom part. Got a little string there of glue. Okay, you may have to hold the parts down until they are dry. But this type of glue doesn't actually take that long to dry. And then make sure you clean off the edge of your tool so it's not covered in glue. Glue is dry. I've removed the tape from the top and the bottom. I have also cut off the excess wire and folded the wire over. So the next part we're going to do, you can use any tape for this, but we're going to put a piece of tape as close to the inside cut of the blue, and that's just going to help the bead from not sliding down and going in behind anything. Go. And at the same time we're covering that wire, and then do the same on the top. Okay, now we can attach our blue pieces and the cats, one on each side for the blue pieces. Center it, and then center your cat as well. I'm just going to use double-sided tape, so I'll get that attached, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, let's put the rest of the card together. Okay, all done. I love this card. It spins easily. There it is, opened up. Let's get a good spin. So there. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. Until next time.